Hello my beautiful friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having the greatest day today. I am in the car. It is almost, well, it was the whiteout a minute ago. It is almost April and it is still snowing here in New York. I'm over it. None of my clothes fit me. This is ridiculous. Anyways, I have a good amount of time in the car today for work, so I thought I would give you guys a pregnancy update. I am currently 33 weeks and 3 days, and I am feeling it. I also am getting over a cold and am super stuffy, so I'm trying not to take nasal spray. Being in the car does not help my stuffiness, but here we are. So, we've had a few things happen over the last few weeks, and I feel like the further I get along in my pregnancy, I might wind up doing like update videos, hoping that I do wind up going into labor with Xavier. I didn't go into labor. I had a scheduled C-section because he was breached, so I'm hoping for a different birth experience this time. So we'll see. If nothing eventful happens, so I'm not going to update you because why bother? However, we will start back at 28 weeks, so about 5 weeks ago. I had a sonogram and a visit with my doctor, and baby girl was not cooperating for the sonogram. And I say that like jokingly. She is head down, very far down, and we got 2 pictures of her. We got one of her ear, her beautiful ear, and then one of her eye open. We could only see like the one side of her because of how she's laying. Her heart rate was great. Her weight was 2.5 pounds, so that was good. She was, I think, between the 20 to 25th percentile. So that was good. He was really happy. They said her anatomy looks great. But yeah, we only got 2 pictures of her, which again is totally fine. I would rather her be head down where she's supposed to be. And so then I did wind up having I talked about failing my glucose test. I took another fasting glucose test and I passed that one. That one came back totally fine. So I have been more aware and cognizant of what I'm eating. Days like today, I'm out on the road. I have my little lunchbox with a bunch of like really healthy, clean snacks, so I can kind of just pick throughout the day. It is getting harder to eat bigger meals because all my organs are shoved together. So I've been just trying to snack throughout the day. It's easier, and I don't feel like I'm gonna puke after I eat. I ate, what did we eat? Oh, Eric was so sweet. He went and got me burrito from Chipotle because I haven't had it. I always get a burrito bowl from there, and I haven't had an actual burrito from there in like literal years. So he went out and he got us all dinner, and I tell you, I ate every piece of that burrito. I thought I was going to puke for the rest of the night. Every time I laid down, I felt like food was coming back up. It was awful. So I'm no longer eating large meals anymore because I just can't. I've been doing better with like just being aware of what I'm eating, which is difficult because I had an awful cold last week, which I'm still recuperating from, and I don't want good food when I eat. I want like pastries and breads and bagels, and like when I was throwing up all the time in the beginning of my pregnancy, like that's what I reverted to. So, but yeah, now we're back on track. My weight has kind of tapered off a little bit. I haven't really gained anything over the last couple weeks, but again, I do also think that's because I've like pulled in what I'm eating. I've gained like 25 pounds so far, which I feel like was pretty in line with what I did with Xavier. I think my total weight gain with Xavier was like 30 to 35 pounds. So, yeah. So anyways, at that appointment, we did talk about my red blood cell count as well, because after 2 weeks weeks of taking 2 iron pills every day, my levels were just the same. Like, they literally didn't change at all. So, and I brought that up to him, and I'm like, I'm still, you know, feeling really tired. Like, I don't feel like they're helping at all. And he said, you know, iron is really hard to absorb in a pill form. And I told him, I said, I've even been taking like all of my vitamins and like extra vitamins besides my prenatal and the iron and stool softeners with grapefruit to help it like absorb. And he said, you know what, we're just going to send you for an iron infusion. He's like, it doesn't hurt. It's just an IV. I'm like, that's fine. I don't care. I've been through much worse than an IV, please. So I had one of those last Friday. And then it's so weird. Every time there's this awesome infusion center that they send me to, and that's where I went when I was like just getting fluids for being dehydrated early in my pregnancy. And this place is so nice. Like, it's so nice inside. All the people that work there are amazing. My blood pressure always drops after I get an infusion. It was 83/63 when I left. And she's like, do you always have low blood pressure? I'm like, no. This happens every time I'm here. It's so weird. But I didn't feel dizzy or lightheaded, so she's like, you're fine to go. You know, if you don't feel good, let us know. We'll keep you for a little bit. But I felt totally fine. And so, yeah, I was hoping that I would feel like this surge of energy, like a B12 shot, to get like my energy back up, and that's not so much what happens. So, yeah, so I had that, and then I have another one this Friday. So I'm hoping that will help. I don't know if I'm getting any more after those 2 or not. I don't know what like the protocol is, so I'll ask when I go to the doctor again. But before that, I did have I feel like there's something else we talked about. Maybe not. I did have a 40 sonogram at like one of those like preview places, and that's where we went for the gender reveal. That's where we went with Xavier too. And I actually almost canceled this appointment because I knew that she was head down, and I didn't feel like she had like flipped in my stomach. So I almost canceled it because I'm like, why am I going to spend this money and not get any good pictures of her face? Whatever. And we wound up going anyways, and the exact same thing happened. She was so far down. We literally got 4 pictures out of a 45-minute session. We got the same thing, a picture of her ear, and then a picture of her eye open, and then one of her tongue sticking out, which was really cute. We got to see her drink. And the sonographer like freaked out in like a good way. She's like, I've never ever seen a baby open their eye this much before. And I'm like, well, she's just got big eyes like her mother. Like, it's inevitable, right? So that was kind of cool. But the sonographer was like upset. She had me rolling. I started off on my back. She had me roll to one side, then roll to the other, and she just could not get a good picture of her. So she's like, I want you to come back in a couple of weeks. She goes, we won't charge you, but I feel bad. I want to do it again. So I'm like, okay. So we're going this Friday again. So we'll see how that goes. She is moving around so much right now. Oh my God, it's so I have like 4 hours in the car today, closer to 5, because it's like 2.5 hours each way. And it is so hard to sit for this long. Oh my God, with like my pants like digging into oh my God, I'm so uncomfortable. Anyways, here we are. What else? Oh, so then I see my doctor again at 32 weeks, and I had that 40 sonogram like a couple days before. And I asked him, I said, am I doing any other sonograms? I swore I was supposed to have one before this appointment. And he's like, well, we'll do one at your next appointment at 34 weeks to see the fetal weight, which at the 40 sonogram, she was 4.5 pounds, they measured. And So she was in the 52nd percentile, which I thought was a big jump to gain 2 pounds in 4 weeks, but maybe not. But it does, like, her weight does line up with the app that I follow on what to expect. That's the app that I downloaded for when I was pregnant with Xavier too, and it says, like, she's right on track. So I'm thinking, like, I don't feel like she's gonna be a big baby, but, like, I'm kind of nervous because my sister both of her girls were big, and Xavier was only 6 pounds 7 ounces, so I'm hoping she's like 7. But I don't know. He was, like, always in like the 10th percentile. Like, he was always tiny. So I'm curious to see what her measurements are next. I think I go next week. Do I go Monday? I think I go Monday. I think I go before my trip. I have a work trip next week, so we're trying to, like, finagle all these appointments before or after. So, what else? Oh, so he said at 34 weeks also he's going to do an internal checking, because I did tell him that based off of that last sonogram, she is head down and she's really low. So he's like, I'll do an internal check at 34 weeks. He goes, then at 36, he goes, I can start to do, like, the stretch and sweep if you want, to see if we can put you in labor on your own. So I think that's it for doctor's appointments and such. As far as how I'm feeling, it's symptoms. I feel very pregnant. I feel very big. I have to pee all the time. Sleeping is a joke. The other night I woke up at 4:30 in the morning and was just awake and ready to go for the day. So I got up. I felt bad because I kept moving around, and it's, like, very difficult to roll from one side to the other when you're this far along. And I kept waking Eric up, so I'm like, I'm just gonna go sit on the couch, and that's what I did. I've been getting heartburn. I have Tums with me everywhere I go. They are always in my purse because there's, like, no rhyme or reason to when I get it. I just get it. And I had heartburn with Xavier too. Oh, in the sonograms they said that she has a ton of hair too. So that makes me excited because Xavier did as well. What else? I'm just uncomfortable. Like, right now, like I think I said before, I'm in the car for a long time, and I'm just, like, my belly's just not comfortable. I broke down and had to buy a couple more maternity shirts and a dress from Target because, like, literally nothing fits me. And for me to be out on the road for business, like, none of my, it's 25 degrees outside right now. None of my jackets fit me. Like, I just look like a big bowling ball. I wish it was a little warmer, but so I broke down and bought a couple more shirts. Yeah, I feel bad because when I'm home, I just look like a slob all the time because nothing fits. Like, I'm to the point now where I'm going to start wearing Eric's t-shirts around the house because my stuff, even, like, my baggy t-shirts, like, they don't fit me. Like, my nighttime, like, just, or my painting shirts, like, I have all these different painting clothes, like, nothing fits me. My belly's hanging out of everything, like, the bottom of it, it's a mess. I've been sweating at night a lot lately. Like, the last 3 nights in a row, I have had to change. I sleep in these Stars Above, like, sleep shirts. They're like these button-down collared sleep shirts, and they're the most comfortable things ever. And I literally wake up in the middle of the night and I have to change them because I'm sweating through them. It's so gross. What else? My stomach has, and I've verbalized this before, and again, I'm always going to share all the information, so if it's TMI, look away, or don't listen. I have been, my digestive tract has, like, come to a complete halt this whole pregnancy, and, like, the last, what has it been, like, 4 or 5 days, not only has everything picked back up again, like I actually had diarrhea for a few days, and it wasn't like anything that I ate or anything like that. I feel like my body is maybe starting to relax a little bit and like prepare. I know that diarrhea can be a sign of like early labor. Not early labor, but like that your body's like prepping for it. So that is making me horribly anxious because I feel like I'm going to go before my due date, and like I'm such a planner that everything's planned and based off of that date. Eric thinks I'm going early. Our good friend who has 6 kids herself and is a nurse is like, we saw her at Eric's birthday dinner, and she's like, there's no way you're making it to your due date. She's like, I definitely think you're going early. So I'm like, awesome. And then this happens and I'm like, oh my God. So mentally I'm like in nesting mode, like ready to go. We got stuff to do. Like every single room in the house needs to be like whatever needs to be done to it. And my body on the other hand is like just not having it. It's so hard to do stuff. So I've been trying to do like little things at a time. The nursery is painted, which was like a really big task. So now if I can just do a little bit at a time, it'll be fine. All of the nursery furniture is still in boxes in the garage, and I need Eric to get that in. So again, I can just slowly start to do stuff. I'm like, I haven't packed a hospital bag. I haven't got my postpartum stuff ready. I haven't, like, there's so much that still needs to be done. I'm like, oh my God, I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. And like, I love doing all that stuff. I love preparing and organizing, but it's so hard, especially this time around, because when I was pregnant with Xavier, I would work, come home, and then I would have the rest of the night to do whatever I needed to. And now I can't, because I have this 2.5-year-old who, you know, I miss all day long and want to spend time with him until he goes to bed. But then it's like, by the time he goes to bed, I'm shot. I'm like, I'm not doing anything after this. So it's really, really difficult to like plan and prep this time around. Yeah, it's crazy. Other things, like symptoms, I don't have any weird food cravings. Like, I'll crave something, but it's nothing weird. Oh my God, I can't breathe at all. What was I gonna say? So yeah, no weird cravings. I don't feel like I'm swelling at all, although it was difficult to get my ring on this morning. I didn't really swell when I was pregnant with Xavier. I just feel pregnant, and she moves so much. Oh my God, it's so crazy. Like, I feel her all the time. We do have, the next 2 weeks are really busy, so I do feel like
the second or third lane from left.
I do feel like once these next couple weeks pass, I will be able to like really like focus and hone in on getting stuff ready. This weekend, so the next 3 days I'm on the road for work. Friday I have my iron infusion in the morning, and then I have that sonogram at night, and then we're meeting our good friends for dinner because they live out that way and it's not close to us. And then we're going to, on Saturday, we have our maternity photo shoot, which I'm so excited about. We're going to the botanical gardens. So I'm super excited about that. And then Sunday, I'm going to see if I can get Eric to bring all the nursery furniture in the house. And then next week, I'm in Florida for work for 3 days. And then I have my sprinkle over the weekend, and it's at our house in the basement. Like, our basement's fully finished. So our families have arranged that. So I feel like after those couple things. Oh, and then I have a doctor's appointment, I think, next Monday before I go. I feel like if I can get through these next couple weeks, then I can really start planning and like getting stuff done. And like buy the rest of the stuff that we need and just like figure it out. So, yeah, I think that's it. I'm getting excited. I'm getting nervous. I just like need things to be in their place, which is hard to do because obviously she's going to do whatever she wants and come when she wants. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this update. If you did, or if you like these type of videos, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps support my channel. And if you have not already subscribed, please do so. I would absolutely love to have you part of my YouTube family. And we will have more updates as they come along. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one.